All right, I'm back. So I said I was getting into Harlem. I gave y'all a whole video with kind of like a little quick synopsis of the characters' profiles, and now I really want to get a little bit deeper into their love lives and talk about these episodes that just dropped, season 3, episode 1 and 2. I'm Asha Cerise, your favorite certified life coach, and we talking about Harlem on Prime Video. I went over all of the characters' names and a quick overview of the show in the previous video. Now let's dive a little deeper. So I already told y'all that Camille and Ian were long-term boyfriend and girlfriend that broke up because he was going to Paris. She decided she wasn't going to go with him and uproot her life. And in the show, you will see that he shows back up on her block. She sees him one day. She's out working out or something. And she realizes that these feelings are still there. So she decides to express her feelings to him. Come to find out, this man is engaged to her. He done met her in Paris. They done fell in love and they're engaged. And now it's awkward between Camille and Ian because the feelings are still there, but he's getting ready to get married. So eventually they go back and forth with all this tension, and it ends up that they're on the stairs at the venue that he's getting married to his fiance the next day, and they have a kiss. And this is the second kiss that they have had, because the night that she expressed her feelings towards him, they kissed. His fiance came out. She didn't say anything. She act like she didn't see anything. And then this kiss, she saw them too, and she was getting ready to act like she didn't see nothing, and she was like, you know what, this is the second time. I'm not going to keep pretending like I don't see what's going on. So as you all can guess, him and the fiance break up, and then they get back together. Oh, I almost forgot to mention that Camille, in the meantime, in between time, before she and Ian got back together, she was seeing Jameson. She met him because he was on a panel that Dr. Pruitt, the professor played by Whoopi Goldberg, she was having some type of panel. He was there. He ended up asking or running into her at Red Lobster and asking her on a date, and then he had this perfect date planned out with all of her favorite things. Come to find out, he had been researching her on social media, which is another topic that I'm going to discuss later, about men researching women on social media prior to dating them. But anywho, she ended up breaking it off with him because he was getting a little bit too serious. He had a little bit too much dip on his chip. He was getting ready to stop an opportunity that he had to go to, I believe, Chicago. So she was just like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. So she ends up getting back with Ian. But she and Jameson do work together again on this great exhibit that they do. I can't remember all the details of it, but you can see that he still has feelings for her. And it's like a cliffhanger. We haven't seen him in season 3 yet, but that's what happens. Again, spoiler alert coming up. All was going well with Ian and Camille. The love was there. They were making plans. They was getting ready to possibly move into the brownstone that his parents left him, that him and his ex-fiance was going to move into. And everything was going seemingly well. And he was a head chef at a popular restaurant. Camille, once she did this exhibit, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Let's just call it an exhibit. Once she did this thing, she realized that was her passion, and she ended up finding out shortly after Ty had the issue with the fibroids. They both got their fertility tested to find out that she has low fertility, so she wasn't sure if she could even have children. But he was like, I want to be a father. I want to have kids with you. So whatever we got to do, if we have to adopt or if we have to try, different methods to get pregnant, we can do that. Don't worry about it. I'm here with you. But once she did this project with Jameson, she realized that is her passion. That is her baby. And she didn't even think she wanted to be a mother. So she had to tell Ian that she didn't think motherhood was in the cards for her. And he had to be real with himself and tell her that being a father was important to him. So they parted ways. So season 3, they're entering as a broken up couple, but they decide to keep going as each other's jump off. So they're like booty call to each other. All is going well until she starts realizing that he's pulled back. She hadn't heard from him in a while. She sent him a little freaky text, and all he did was thumbs up it. And she like, what's going on? So she pull up on him, and he's acting distant. He's like, what's up? I'm seeing other people. I think she's seen him out and about, actually. She saw him out and about. These are the 2 episodes that I just watched. she sees him, and then a woman shows up, and her friends is like, oh, he out with a woman. She's like, oh no, that's just Portia, somebody that a childhood friend he grew up with. Hey, Ian. Come to find out, they kiss. They got something going on. So this is Portia. Okay, so their childhood friends, all of a sudden they got something going on. She's shocked. She's in her feelings about it, but she decides, okay, whatever, you're blocked. So season 2 ended off as a cliffhanger of somebody being pregnant in the 4 friends. Out of the 4 friend group, they all holding hands at the doctor, like, oh, somebody's pregnant. So season 3, these episodes, come to find out the person that's pregnant is Camille. So all this time she done broke up with Ian because she didn't want to be a mother and he wants to be a father. And now she's pregnant. So now she had to decide what she gonna do, if she wants to go through with this. You know, and she's struggling with it because she really doesn't want to be a mom. But then now that she's 12 weeks pregnant, she's like, dang, I gotta really decide. She talks to him about it. He's like, you know, I want this child, but I'm not leaving my girl, Portia. Like, we working on something and it's serious. And so she really has to sit with this decision. And she talks to her mother. And because her mother doesn't give her that maternal instinct and love that she yearns for, she thinks that she's going to be that type of mother. So she really has a lot of fear in regards to motherhood because of her relationship with her own mother. But she has a conversation with Ian's aunt, who always keeps it real. And she realizes that just because her mother was like that doesn't mean that she's going to repeat that pattern. So she decides to keep the baby. She tells Ian. And we find out not only is Ian serious with his new woman, Portia, but they all up in the gynecologist's office, the same one that Camille sees, talking about they got some embryos, 4 of them. So they are working on, they're planning a family. She was initially going to freeze her eggs and just worry about it later. But they've decided to create these embryos, and they have the decision of freezing them or starting the IVF process. So I don't know why they do us like this in these series. It's giving The Game with Melanie and Derwin. It's giving Insecure with Lawrence, Issa, and I'm about to call her Condola. Why we just have so much hope for these couples that they may reunite, or that it can have some type of happy ending or whatever. And it can, but it's a curveball thrown in there. So now she done decided that she wants to have this baby, not knowing that this man got 4 embryos ready to be implanted into his new woman. They're planning a family. So this man sitting up there ain't told Portia yet that Camille is pregnant, ain't told Camille yet that him and Portia are planning these children. So we don't know what's gonna happen yet, but season 3 is coming. It's just starting with a bang. I see now I'm gonna have to do a video for each character because I got too much to say. I thought it was gonna be quick, but Camille is like a lot of women that are out here. You know, she has prioritized her career. In the previous seasons, she was even skipping out on therapy sessions because she didn't have the time. She was either forgetting or she just did not have the time to devote to her own healing and her own therapy. And she really, really wants to excel in her career. She's intelligent. She has the skills and the talent, and she wants to be seen as an equal and a peer in her profession. And she's rediscovered this new passion, and she's getting ready to start some new things. So having a baby is not really ideal for her at this time, but once she realized that she doesn't have to carry that weight of feeling like she's going to repeat generational trauma and pain from the type of connection she has with her mother, she accepts the new role of motherhood. So I'm looking forward to seeing how her character develops over the course of season 3, which is the final season. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they're going to work this dynamic out with her and Ian, and her relationship with her friends and her mother and her career. What do y'all think? What do you think of Camille's character? What do you think of her love interest? And do you think her and Jameson will get back together?